Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. And I hope you all are checking up on, anyway, I do not need my community to go check up on them. We definitely will see how they are faring on the news. Tim Scott, Donald Byron, and Vivek Ramaswamy, and bunch of them, all of them. We need to know how they are faring because these people have really worked so hard. When I say so hard that they thought that their own community is what that is stopping them or is what that is holding them back from becoming who they want to become, or black people are the ones stopping them from their political aspirants and all that and the rest of it. But you all can see that they're really cheat on themselves. I mean, they shot themselves in the leg so bad. Now, Donald Trump has picked his running mate, that is his vice president. And these people that have been out there pushing out, talking down on their own community, some people that also came out to tell us that Jim Crow was better. Black community were doing great during Jim Crow era, just because they want to be on the side of the person they are supporting. Why? Because they thought that they were going to be picked. And who tell them that they are going to pick someone that they are scared of? Let's get into this video.
He used the minorities only to go back and pick the white man. Who would have thunk it? What does these three have in common? They got catfished. Here, Vice President. Here, Vice President. Come here. That man put y'all out in these streets saying some of the most ridiculous things. Meanwhile, the white man that he was going to pick was sitting at home quiet while y'all in the streets looking like fools. Now y'all screaming, who can I run to? Because apparently neither side wants y'all any longer. Mwah. Bye-bye. Nanny boo-boo, he didn't pick you. This is a perfect example of they never gonna pick you. We've been trying to tell y'all that for a very long time. They never gonna pick you. Ever. And even if it's only for one night, it's simply to use you. The funniest part is how Vivek really thought he was finna be the vice president walking behind him like this. Only to wake up this morning and find out it was a no-go. Many people were saying it's a no-call, no-show. Okay, I think that's all. Today was a good day. Bye-bye.
I hate to say I told you so. And I hate the fact that the Republican Party continues to prove me right. But Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, and Ben Carson have been licking Donald Trump's boots for years now. They have been going around as his surrogates, singing his praises for years now. They have been competing for his attention for years now. They also have a plethora of experience in office. J.D. Vance got chosen as Donald Trump's running mate. He's been a senator since 2022. But here's the thing. Before becoming senator, before deciding to run for the Senate, he called Donald Trump Hitler. He said Donald Trump was a fraud. He said Donald Trump didn't care about people. He said he couldn't stomach Donald Trump. He said that Donald Trump didn't care about people. And he still got chosen as his VP pick over Ben Carson, Tim Scott, and Byron Donalds, who have unconditionally supported Donald Trump for years now. Dude, how do you guys feel? I mean, they're going to speak at the Republican convention. They're going to speak there. They're going to swallow their pride, which we've seen Tim Scott do. We saw Donald Trump embarrass him to his face, and he took it. So now they get to speak at the RNC knowing they got chosen over a guy who doesn't even like Donald Trump. And these guys have been going around unconditionally licking his boots, singing his praises, and competing for his attention. I hate to say I told you so, but I did. Period.
1 second, please.
Okay. We have confirmed news that Senator Vance is the vice presidential running mate. You will see a broad smile on my face because you may know that we're good friends.
My spider senses are going, y'all. The architect of Project 2025 just stated that he was secretly rooting for the vice president pick that Donald Orange Buffoon Trump chose. That Vance guy, right? Now, that Vance guy was a very harsh critic of Donald Trump. But all of a sudden, he turned around and now he's like a loyalist to Donald Trump. Or is he? Again, he said he was secretly rooting for the Vance dude. Again, that tells me you have had conversations with this Vance dude. Heritage guy, you fucking Q-tip. But when I watched the video, the first thing that popped in my head, the 25th Amendment popped into my head. Immediately, I said, this motherfucker who's the architect of Project 2025 is super excited about a vice president pick that no one really pays attention to. He was a harsh critic of Trump. So if Trump was to win, what could they do to ensure that Project 2025 is completed, especially since Trump is trying to distance himself away from Project 2025? And Trump, he's unpredictable. And the person that can invoke the 25th Amendment, it allows the vice president, together with a majority of either the principal officers or the executive departments. So the people that surround the president can go along with the vice president to remove the president. That was the first thought that came into my head, y'all. That was the first thought that came to my head. If that man wins, they're going to remove him from office because he's clearly crazy and he's unpredictable. So they're going to say he has a mental issue and they're going to invoke the 25th, and that Vance dude is going to be the puppet of the Heritage Foundation to complete Project 2025. I mean, I could be reaching, but I don't feel like I am. I don't feel like it. He's too excited for that Vance guy. Like, he's giddy. There's something going on. There's something going on. Oh my God. I mean, this is crazy. They're gonna mess with the Trumpers Messiah because he was too giddy. Like, he sounded like that dude was going to be the president of the United States if Trump wins. But y'all let me know in the comment section if I'm reaching. I don't feel like I am, but that was the first thought that came into my head. Diabolical, if that's what it is. Diabolical. My God. It's a coup. It's a coup. He wasn't lying when he said there was an American Revolution that they're planning. It's a fucking coup. And they're gonna throw the Trumpers right under the fucking bus to get this coup. That's wild. They're going to use the Trump supporters to get what they want for them and their elite friends. They're going to throw Trumpers right under the fucking bus. Holy shit. Diabolical. Diabolical. But you know, people don't ever listen to black people anyway, so y'all get prepared. But let me know if I'm reaching. I don't think I am, though. I don't think I am.
So now that there is a vice president selected on the GOP side to go along with the convicted felon, let's talk about qualifications for being vice president. You literally only have to be selected by the president. That's it. That's all. They just got to pick you. It would be nice if you had a political background. So let's talk about Kamala Harris versus J.D. Vance background. Kamala Harris, elected as California AG, Attorney General, in 2010, then re-elected in 2014. From 2017 to 2021, she was the second African-American woman, first Southeast Asian woman to be in the U.S. Senate. And of course, she was selected to become the vice president of the United States, where she is currently, and she has had 4 years of experience with that. Now let's do J.D. Vance. His very first political role was in 2023 when he became a U.S. Senator. That's it. That's it. That's it. So let's not talk about qualifications when we're talking about the vice president this time around, shall we? We can talk about how his mediocrity is all he's standing on. He's only been in there 1.5 years. From 2010 to 2024, Kamala Harris has had the experience. She is going up against somebody with 1.5 years of experience. 1.5 years. That's it. He has no other political qualifications. None. So when people start talking about qualifications when it comes to Kamala Harris, I'm not going to get banned, but kick rocks. Most black women understand what it's like to be in positions where you are meeting all of the qualifications. You have all the experience. You have all the education, where you have to work twice as hard to get half. Whereas if you are a white man, you can have 1.5 years. You barely got your ears wet, and you're about to be put into the second highest office in the land. Way to go, America. God bless the USA.
We've talked before and at length about how anti-blackness is a blueprint for oppression and the way that it shows up. And I want to show you something. This was posted after the events of this weekend, and somebody on Twitter posted this, and there's a man with nothing that a Secret Service agent would use and not dressed at all. Well, he's a police officer, so close enough. Anyway, so in the image, you have this man that is armed, and it says Secret Service before DEI. And then you have a woman who was at the event, and it says after DEI. It is no secret. It is no secret at all that DEI has been used in place of black. It has been used in place of the N-word with the hard ER. It has been used as a way to speak negatively about black people. After these weekend's events and seeing that a bulk of his staff at that event alone had multiple white women, now we have this stance where DEI is now being used to describe white women in positions that men think that men should be in. And I posted this somewhere else, and somebody commented something along the lines of, if you wait until you realize that you're collateral damage, it's too late. And I mentioned, or I responded to that with, if you're waiting until you're collateral damage, which is what we see a lot with white women, if you're waiting until you're collateral damage, number one, you're waiting far too long, and it's been happening prior to your fight. It's also meaning that you didn't deem the work or the fight important enough until it affected you. And if that's the case, then it's really not about liberation, not collective liberation. It is about saving yourself, which is more individualism. If you cannot recognize, and this is what's been happening, if you cannot recognize that there are issues in place, that there's harm in place, that there's oppression in place, if you can't recognize that until it affects you, that's how it continues. And that is also how you lose the camaraderie of the very people that can help you in the best way. Because black women saying that we're tired and we're done is not a retaliatory response. It is not a response done out of spite. It is a response given because we're tired of seeing you run to us when you need us, when we've been telling you about this all the time. Some people can say that my videos sometimes sound the same or they have the same general overlying message, and that can be true. I say it in different ways. I say it in different ways because ultimately what we're doing is just trying to figure out a way to acknowledge the fact that a lot of people have disregarded the humanity of black people, indigenous people, and other people of the global majority, largely in part black people. And until you all sit with that and reconcile with that and atone for that within yourselves, here we're going to be.
So this is all I got from this video, and I hope somebody is checking up on Tim Scott, right? Donald Byron, right? Vivek Ramaswamy, and a whole bunch of them. I hope they are doing great. I hope their temperature is not rising, and I hope they did not call emergency, because I've been saying it here since when? Last year or early this year, that they are not going to be picked, because I hear a lot of people calling them VP and all that, and you see them working so hard for Trump and all this period, not just working hard, lying against their own community. I keep saying it, when the ancestor is going to arrest them, or when ancestor is going to embarrass them, because this is part of the embarrassment, actually they were waiting. They thought something good was going to come out of this, following him around, looking for places to hold campaign, looking for a way to drag black community, or setting black people up just to say how great Trump has been to black community and how he get black community employment and how he has done more than what's his name? I think Jeff. Who again did he say? I can't remember the name of the person that he said he has done so much for Black community than the man has done. And it was actually the man that helped fight for slavery and all that, but I just cannot remember his name. I'm sure you all know what I'm saying, you know? So with all the lies that they've cooked up, Byron, Tim Scott, oh my goodness, they just went, you know, when people go around lying, they just totally went around lying against our own community, you know, because they thought, it's going to be them. Like, were you guys really, are they really that DUMP? Really, I am not joking. But even me that do not live in United States, I do not live in America, sister. I am not in America. I knew that there is no how they were going to get picked. How did they want to be picked? If only these people know how scared they are. They are so scared of them because it looks like some people do not understand politics. And I have been screaming, is it because of stomach infrastructure and all that? But it's beyond stomach infrastructure, right? Because Tim Scott and Byron and the rest of them, they were really working so hard to see if they could be picked as the VP, right? You all can see they are not even anywhere close. And I am not the only person that saw it. Almost all Black people saw it, that there is no how that they were going to get there, because people that tell you that they are already threatened, I think that crazy. People that are already threatened by you. I mean, of course, you are not Candace Owen. Even Candace, if they were to be in Candace Owen's shoes, Candace Owen will still not be picked, right? Because they do not want you. At this point in time, they do not want someone that looked like me in that position. And with all their heart and soul, they were so busy shitting on Black community and thought it was going to give them something great. I love to see it. You all can see the person they picked, someone that is in his house, someone that has never come out to support this man, someone that has not even done anything. This is someone that has been criticizing him, someone that said that I cannot stomach that man. That man is a fraud, according to his own words, right? That was what he said. Probably it might still be one of those propagandas, right? But a lot of people that look like me fell for it, and they were busy campaigning. They were busy mounting the stage. They were busy telling him how great of, he is, how he has changed a lot of people's life. I see it. I hope you guys' life will change too. What the hell is going on? I hope this particular event, I hope it changes your life, and I hope your life is very beautiful. Like the way you talk down on my people. I hope you go to bed and you sleep amazingly great. I hope so, because the same Donald Byron that came out to say that how did he say that? That slavery is not like what we are making it look like, And Jim Crow was, Black people did great during Jim Crow era. I hope that Jim Crow will visit him also in his house. And I hope he's having a great sleep, I hope he goes to sleep and he sleeps like, how he sleeps, how he sleeps like, an angel. I think that is an angel. I am sure they have not had good sleep since the news broke, but I am really very happy from the bottom of my heart. Let them test a little bit. This is not even a lot. A little bit of the things they've been dishing to people that look like me. My ancestor is still visiting them. See you all in my next video. I love it. Bye for now.